Hi everyone. Today's subject is altar. Do you need one? So, many of you, either it's newcomers in witchcraft or even the most seasoned one, we can ask ourselves that simple question. Now, why I'm talking about this today, it's because I saw many witches that were starting and that were really eager to have an altar. And the first question was, how do I make an altar? What do I put on it? And things like that. Now, first of all, before thinking about that, the most important thing I would say is learn and research about witchcraft, about the path you may want to go on, and that can take some time, but when you're ready, then you will be able to start thinking about having an altar and buying the perfect tool for your path or your practice. But also remember that following a path and doing witchcraft, it's two different things. What I mean by that is, as most of you know, I'm a heathen, but I'm also a witch and do witchcraft. Okay, so what I mean is, some might be pagans but won't do magic or witchcraft. So maybe they will just honor a god, a goddess, and that's gonna be it. Like I said, other will mix both, and that's perfect too. So that's why you need to know the path you're on, learn and research about it, and you may not find it, as soon as you start. It can take many years, and you can also change your mind while you're growing and learning more and things like that. Okay, so it's not always that maybe if you're a heathen now, you won't always be a heathen. Maybe you can change and do a week and be a Wiccan, or maybe go to Satanist, LHP, occult, etc. Okay, so also know that there's a difference between an altar and a shrine. Now I'm gonna show you some little video on that I'm gonna insert in this video of some image that I found on Pinterest. Now this is good, yes and no, because yes, it can give you some ideas, but if you see an altar that it's too clean, well, maybe it's too good to be true. What I mean by that is, when you do some magic and use your altar for your working, well, it's not gonna be always clean. So as you can see, there's some herbs burning, and this is my altar. So as you can see, yes, I did some spell, and it's kind of, a little dirty with herbs and things like that. Now, of course, I always clean, but this was just to show you that this is, a working altar. So as you know, I'm a heathen, then this is my working space. Now, a shrine also is mostly like a place where you're gonna put, let's say, a statue or a person, can be, and that you're gonna honor them. So that's the little difference between the two. Now, there's many ideas to make an altar. Now, it can be a simple desk, can be a small table, can be in a box, traveling altars. Maybe it can be inside or outside. So also you might be on still in the closet, so an altar in the box can be a good idea. If you want to let it out, well, there's some ideas that excuse me, I'm gonna give to you. And also, before starting, and let's say buy big statues like these two that can be costly, maybe you can start simply by taking a picture, let's say in Pinterest. Sorry, this is Odin. If you have a printer, it's good. If not, or you don't want anyone to know, this is an axe stone, and it's one of Odin's rock. You can also take, this is a bag that I bought at the herbwood shop with some herb inside that you can use to honor him. There's a small bowl here. It was supposed to be an offering bowl, but it's small, but you can get a bigger one, and this is a rune I draw on it specifically for Odin. So also he loves crows, so what you can do is take a candle with a crow or just a picture of a crow. Anything like it will do. So this is just some simple ideas that I can give you. Okay. As I was saying, before you go out and buy anything, try to use what you have at home. These, for example, and if you want, let's say, anatomy or something like it, for anatomy you can use a knife that you have at home. Now, of course, you keep it for your magic. If you want a wand, you can take a tree branch that you found. That's gonna work perfectly, and it doesn't cost anything. So these are some little idea. And then if you're sure that you're gonna use them and work with them, then you can go and buy some at the magic shop or somewhere that they sold them. Now, you also have to but to choose a perfect place for it. Now, maybe your bedroom is not the right place unless you have a big bedroom, but be sure the place that you choose is calm, that when you're gonna get there you won't be distracted or disturbed. Now, as I say, if you can't put it in the living room, let's say, well, you can, like I said, just the axe stone, a candle, that can do, or the traveling altars, or maybe you can go outside and let's say Odin loves mugwort, so you can plant some mugwort and use this space to honor him. Or something like that. Now, another question is, does your altar always need to stay the same? What I mean by that is that once you put something in it, can you change it? Yes, you can. It can depend on your mood. You can make some altars for the Sabbath if you celebrate them. You can make, let's say, a summer altar, a winter, etc. And maybe sometime you can just add one thing or change more depending on how you feel about that. Do you have more than one deity that you honor? Well, if so, you may try to place them in the same desk if you use a desk, but be aware that they get well together, and ask them before. Because let's say if you have a Loki altar, well, don't put the goddess Skadi with him. Okay, if you know the story, these two doesn't get well together. So yes, you can honor both of them, but different space for their altar. Okay, you can have more than one, that's for sure. Now another question is, do you have to show your altar? For example, in your Instagram or Facebook, things like that. That is up to you. Now, yes, sometimes I show part of my altar, but not all of it. And I know some doesn't show it. That's perfect this way. So it's a personal choice. Also, always remember to protect your altar, because when you work with deities and you bring them around, well, of course, it needs to be protected. Clean it, also keep it clean, cleanse it, and I think that covers it for now. If you have some question, you can put them down below. And thank you for joining me. Hope you enjoyed it.